guys, it's Danielle here from DKW Styling. Well, welcome to my salon here in Laguna Beach, right off of Pacific Coast Highway. If you're new to my channel, I specialize in hair color and hair extensions, specifically on a method of hair extensions I created called Natural Beaded Rows. Not to be confused with other beaded row methods. These ones are very customized, they're a little bit different, they're kind of like my love, my passion, and things like that. And I actually educate here at my salon to stylists around the country and even around the world who are flying in and learning this method. Today specifically on this video, I actually want to show you, I don't typically usually show a lot of kind of the inside tricks of these extensions and what they look like. I like to kind of keep it mysterious. But today on the show, I'm actually going to have Stacy, my assistant, remove my extensions and show you guys how easy the removal process and how little damaging they are to the hair. And then we're going to talk about customization and how we color and then put them back in the hair. So come join me and we'll go ahead and get started. Hey Stacy! Hi! So we're gonna go ahead and get started. We actually already did my bottom row. It's around the holidays and I'm like, oh, when's my turn? So we did my bottom row and now we're gonna actually take my top row and get started and just kind of show you guys in detail a little bit what goes on behind the scenes and more importantly, underneath the hair. So let's go ahead and get started. So we've done the bottom row, looks fabulous. We actually did the mini. So I wear a full set of NBR extensions. I wear two and a mini. That's the most I'll put in somebody's hair because you just run out of headspace. There's nothing worse than being like at dinner or a bar and like a girl's hair moves and you're like, oh shoot, there's her weave. And partly is because to get the fullness that we want, stylists are putting them like all over the entire head. So my goal when I was creating these extensions is I didn't want to tease my hair and I didn't want to worry about if the wind was blowing, if my extension's showing. I didn't want to be out to dinner and be like, oh shoot, the poor girl with her hair extensions hanging out. So anyway, we are, get over in here and show her. We're starting to remove my top row. No, it's not bad. I just let So this is one row, and that is how much hair.
So we earlier today colored her bottom row and stuck it back in. We went a little bit darker and look at how good that blends. That looks really pretty, I like it. Mm-hmm. Now we're gonna remove some beads. But you really don't get a lot of hair shed with these extensions. Like the normal hair that you lose throughout when you have them on, like this is probably her hair shed. It's not bad.
And I feel like on the row, like I probably only have about 15, 16 beads, right? Like not very many.
Not many at all.
So if you only have, minimal points of contact, and then look how much hair, this is how much hair.
Oh, he needs to be colored.
I know. Do you think I should color it?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, he's out.
I know. I usually, each time a client comes in, we usually always refresh the highlights and the lowlights or the balayage and the extensions. And then we put them back in so that everything blends. I don't like to color the extensions in the hair. I like to color the extensions out of the hair because the timing is different.
Well, and it's hard to work around these babies when they're in there.
Yeah, I feel like, well, the number one reason I do that is like the extension hair sucks up the color really fast. Mm-hmm. And so I could get the color on their hair, and color is all about timing. So if you get their hairs done and the extensions aren't done, and it takes more product to saturate the extensions because it's more hair. So for me, it's easier to take them out and color them separately because my hair is fine and the extension hair is a little bit thicker. So, if you think about when you're coloring a fine hair client versus a thick hair client, the timing's not gonna be the same. Their hair is gonna lift slower and different. So in order to get everything perfect, I like to color it out. I don't know, so I just kind of like literally lay it on the table and visualize how I want it to be highlighted and low lighted. And then I come back and color the hair and then pop these back in. Is this piece too yellowy?
What if we just tone it?
Yeah. Done deal.
Yeah.
Okay, let's tone this baby. Typically what I'll do, I like mine a little more highlighted on the sides. So old hair you can actually color and it lifts pretty well. So oftentimes I'll go in and I'll put the highlights in first. I'll weave like a teeny piece here. And then I will go in and I foilage everything and I would saturate that with lightener with my lightener, and I actually use what lightener do I use at Schwarzkopf? Blonde Me. I use Blonde Me lightener with 40 volume, and I saturate that really heavy. And that's what I was talking about when I would never use Blonde Me 40 volume on my hair. I'd have like no hair. But the extensions is different hair. It's a little bit thicker. So I would kind of go in and I would do my highlights first and literally kind of visualize, maybe I want these ends tipped a little bit more. I would kind of go in and weave pieces out, and I always start with the lightener and, you know, just visualize it as if it was in the hair. And again, maybe I bring this one down a little bit more and I saturate it really heavy in there and kind of leave that in a foil. And kind of do that, ooh, geez. Kind of do that throughout. And then after, I usually hit that with heat, and after that's processed a little bit, then I'll go in and sometimes I'll repaint the roots with a permanent in here, but it looks pretty good, it's holding pretty good. I'll re-hit the roots with a permanent. And then with even on my real clients, I always hit it with the low light last. I always start with my highlights, especially on a blonde. I always start with my highlights because the timing's different, and then I go in with my low lights. After it's almost to that pale buttery blonde, that's when I hit it with a low light, and I only let my low light sit on like 7-8 minutes. I kind of just, I literally have my assistants babysit the hair. Whether it's on the extension piece or the client, we kind of just watch it as far as the highlight and the low light. There's nothing worse than over baking your hair. Yeah. Like whether it's like over processing, going too dark, or over processing it to the point where like 3 minutes and your hair's singed, and all of a sudden they're like, chemical cut, I got, let's do fringe today. Should we do fringe? Yeah. So after I get the highlights in and after those have processed, another trick I do is sometimes, like, I like this tone, I like how it's kind of goldy, and I would weave some of this out and just wrap it in a foil with no lightener in it. And then the last maybe 5 minutes, the last step I do is I put Redken Shades EQ and I run it through the hair and I really saturate it. I love Shades EQ because it's super runny and it's just easy to run it through the hair and saturate it really good. I let that sit 5 minutes, then I rinse it. If any of these pieces still look brassy that I left out when I'm rinsing it in the bowl, we typically hit it with a purple shampoo. The purple shampoo we use right now is by Unite. Will you grab me the purple shampoo? It's like very, very neon purple, but it works good. A lot of people think if you're a blonde, that's the only time you can use a purple shampoo, but it's good for like any highlights in this purple shampoo.
Yeah. Screw it.
I'm like always worried it's gonna get on me, but I mean, it's pretty like purple.
Straight purple.
Straight purple. So if it's not super brassy, but it could use a little love, we throw this little guy on it. And then if it's really brassy, I'll throw on like a level 9 and just all the existing highlights left out, I'll tone it even more. So oftentimes my extensions are a triple process, just like the real hair would be, but that's how I get a super custom blend. So yeah, anyways, that's how I color the extensions. That's how easy the removal process is. How does my hair look with one row? I feel like I'm like naked.
I think it looks fine.
Really?
Yeah. And that's why I thought you were gonna go and look in the mirror.
Oh, well, this is one row, but you know me, I like lots of hair.
Yeah.
I feel like hair is addicting. If you're a girl, you're like, can we put more? If you're a girl, you're always like, can I put more? Can I put another row? If I could fit 6 rows on my head, I would.
I know.
But then I'd be that girl at the bar that you're like, your weave's hanging out.
Or like, yeah, then they would question it.
They would question it. It's almost too good to be true. So good. All right, guys, we gotta put these back in. Let's do this. All right, bye. So you've seen a little bit of the process. Now come experience the process. All you need to do is click the link below. That's gonna take you directly to my blog where you can go to my contact page and reach out to me. Whether you're a curious student or you're just another girl that loves hair, either way, don't be shy. Make sure to click on the link below.